San Andreas is about a family. Ray and Emma are the parents, and they're going through a divorce. And I play their daughter, Blake. And sort of while this is all happening, this gigantic earthquake strikes in California. And they are separated at the time, the daughter from her two parents, and it's the story of them trying to get back together and survive. I thought she was a really tough character, strong character, and being, someone like The Rock's daughter is just so cool because, I sort of get to inherit some of that intensity and that toughness, and I liked the character as a role model for women and just as sort of someone who is really fun to play. Dwayne is just an incredibly professional and kind human being, and working with him was amazing. And it's really, really cool to play his daughter, and it just makes me feel like so much tougher than I actually am. And it's interesting because we sort of shot the end of the movie first, and I got to work with him, and that's sort of the majority of our stuff together. And it was just really cool to get to know him. He is an amazing communicator, and he knows exactly what to tell you to sort of get you into the right place. And I think I found that he communicates with each actor differently depending on what works for them, and he can zero in on that, which is a really remarkable thing, especially when he has a million other things to think about. And it's like in the most complicated technical shot, and there's green screen, and there's, gallons of water falling on top of you, and dust falling here, and that he still will take the time and notice what is wrong with the performance or what needs to be tweaked, and he'll be able to say exactly the right thing to you to fix that so that everything is perfect. I love doing stunts and very physical roles. It can be very challenging, but I really enjoy it. And I was especially intrigued by the water sequences in this film. I had never done anything like that, and I've done movies that required a lot of physicality and stunt work. And I'd never been in a tank and never done any work where I've had to be underwater or swimming or anything like that. So I was very excited for that, and I didn't know what to expect. And I found it to be incredibly interesting and awesome. And a lot of the stunt stuff and sort of, scenes where you've been running and falling and all that stuff, it can be helpful to really be, as far as your performance, if you're really out of breath and you've really sort of, knocked your elbow, it sort of translates on screen that into your performance that, yeah, she's really in pain. So that sort of can be helpful. And when you're in the water and you're supposed to be drowning, I mean, getting yourself out of breath and sort of reacting to everything that's going on around you, and it's a different sort of thing, and it was really quite intense. The dump tank, it was incredible. They drop all this water in on you, and the force of the water pushes you back, and a lot of that isn't, you're not faking your shock and surprise at being hit by gallons and gallons of water, and it just looks really cool.